Dear students, I am Dr. Rajiv Sapre. This is lecture number 21 about the chapter Determinant and Matrices. I appeal all of you to subscribe my channel Maths Made Easy by Dr. Rajiv Sapre and take advantage of all these lectures. Okay, so in this lecture series, I have tried to explain the concepts that we are supposed to do, right, in a minute details, in a very simple, lucid language. I have tried to explain the ideas, and so these lectures I assume will be very useful to you. Okay, coming to this particular lecture, we have seen in the previous lecture what is transpose of the matrix, right? Also we have seen different types of the matrices. Algebra of matrices we are doing. Algebra of the matrices in the sense how to add two matrices, how to subtract, how to multiply, how to scalar multiplication, how to perform the scalar multiplication. स्केलर मल्टिप्लिकेशन म्हणजे काय? एक समजा मॅट्रिक्स तुम्हाला दिलेला आहे, तर त्याला एखाद्या स्केलरने मल्टिप्लाय करणं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल आय विल एक्सप्लेन व्हॉट इट मीन्स. काल आपण म्हणजे ह्याच्या आधीच्या लेक्चरला आपण असं बघितलं, ॲडिशन अँड सबट्रॅक्शन ऑफ टू मॅट्रायसिस इज पॉसिबल ओनली वेन बोथ द मॅट्रायसिस हॅव सेम ऑर्डर, राईट? सपोज फर्स्ट मॅट्रिक्स इज ऑफ ऑर्डर 2/3, देन सेकंड मॅट्रिक्स मस्ट बी ऑल्सो ऑफ द सेम ऑर्डर 2/3. Then only we can add or subtract, otherwise it is not possible. That is why addition and subtraction, we have given a remark, addition and subtraction of two matrices can be done only when both the matrices have same order, right? You know the suppose your matrix A, I will change the ink, right? Instead of red I will take usual black. Suppose A is the matrix and its order is m by n, and B is the matrix whose order is m by n. Then only we can add or subtract. So addition and subtraction is possible. का तर त्यांच्या ऑर्डर सेम आहेत. आणि what we do actually when we add two matrices, we add corresponding elements. What you mean by corresponding? A मधलं फर्स्ट रो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट आणि बी मधलं फर्स्ट रो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट ही करस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट्स आहेत. So those we are adding. We are not adding any element to any other element in the matrix B. So एक साधं example आपण घेऊया. Suppose A is say 3/2 matrix 1 2 0 3 4 1. Suppose this is matrix. Now what is order? 3 rows and 2 columns, right? हे जे आडवे आहेत ना हे रोज आणि उभे आहेत ते कॉलम, त्यामुळे ह्याची ऑर्डर काय होणार? 3/2. आणि B हा जर मॅट्रिक्स मी घेतला तसाच घ्यावा लागेल ना मला त्याच ऑर्डरचा 1 2 से 4 - 3 and 0 1. Now what we can do, if I want to add the two matrices, corresponding elements we have to add. So 1 and 1, see here, if you write down the addresses of each of elements of this matrix A, कसं लिहिणार आपण? 1 चा ॲड्रेस काय होईल? A11. आता ते कसं लिहितात? A11. ह्याचा अर्थ काय? हा मॅट्रिक्स ए असल्यामुळे त्याच्या एलिमेंट्स लहान ए स्मॉल ए घेतात आणि पहिला जो लिहिला आहे तो रो नंबर, दुसरा कॉलम नंबर. आय हॅव एक्सप्लेन दिस टू यू. सो दिस इज B11. सो आय विल नॉट राईट ऑल द एलिमेंट्स, ऑल द ॲड्रेसेस, बट देन you know corresponding elements we have to add. So what will be matrix A plus B? Matrix A plus B will be what? You add 1 and 1, so it becomes 2. You add 2 and 2, it becomes 4. You add 0 and this 4, it becomes 4. Then you add 3 and -3, it becomes 0. You add 4 and 0, it becomes 4. And you add 1 and 1, it becomes 2. So this is addition of the two matrices A and B. What will be A minus B? So just subtract. So I leave it to you. Corresponding elements we have to subtract. Now what I wanted to explain is what is scalar multiplication. So if say I want to calculate 5A, It means phi u is a scalar and A is that matrix. Phi u A means what? This matrix we are multiplying by phi u. So what is the process? Each element of the matrix you will multiply by phi u. So what will be phi u A? It will be phi u into 1. So it is phi u. Phi u into 2, it is 10. Phi u into 0, it is 0. Phi u into 3, it is 15. Phi u into 4, it is 20. Phi u into 1, it is 5. So I hope you understood. People will ask you the problems, right? They will give you two matrices of the same order, and then you will say, they will ask you calculate phi u A plus 3b, like that. In this case, suppose I want to calculate phi u A plus 3b. काय करता येईल बघा आपणाला? That means it is phi u into the matrix which is 1 2 0 3 4 1 and plus 3b. Sorry, this is I will erase. I want to calculate phi u A plus 3b, correct? So here it is b. So what will be that? 3 into b matrix म्हणजेच हा 2 4 4 0 and 4 2. Now when you want to do that, I have to multiply every element of this matrix by phi u. So it becomes phi u 10, then what? 0 15 20 and phi u. Very simple. And plus 3b, what does it mean? You will add 3 into 2 6. This is what, right? Plus 3 into 2 6, 3 into 4 12. Then you have 3 into 4 12, 3 into 0 0, 3 into 4 12 and sorry, this matrix was I by mistake. Okay, I have taken b as by mistake this matrix. It's okay. I want to say, instead of this I will say now I am doing 3 into a plus b. This is good because I am referring this matrix here and this matrix is a plus b. Okay, so what will happen? 3 into 4 12, 3 into 0 0, 3 into 4 12, 3 into 2 6. Now you add these two matrices. How matrices are added? Corresponding elements are added. So phi u and 6, it is 11. 10 and 12, which is 22. 0 and 12, which is 12. 15 and 0, that is 15. 20 and 12, which is 32. And phi u and 6, which is 11. So this is the addition of the two matrices and scalar multiplication. So very simple. This is phi u A into plus 3 into a plus b. Because already a plus b we have calculated. So we will multiply that matrix by 3. एखाद्या मॅट्रिक्सला स्केलरने मल्टिप्लाय करणं म्हणजे काय? तर त्या मॅट्रिक्स मधल्या सर्वच्या सर्व एलिमेंट्सना, प्रत्येक एलिमेंटला त्या स्केलरने मल्टिप्लाय करणं. I hope you understand. This is very simple idea, nothing difficult, nothing big issue in this. So okay, this is what we have learned, how to scalar multiply and all those things. So I hope you understood the issue. Okay, now after this you also know what is meant by symmetric matrix and what is meant by skew symmetric matrix, and also now you know what is transpose, and we have given the definition also. Symmetric matrix म्हणजे काय होतं? See, we have said की A is symmetric. Obviously it should be a square matrix, right? A is symmetric. Square matrix A, better way to write like this: square matrix M, I will write for matrix. Square matrix A is symmetric if and only if what? A is equal to A transpose. T stands for transpose, or we can write dash also, which is A dash. People like dash also. And it is skew symmetric. कधी आपण म्हणतो मॅट्रिक्स स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक आहे असं, तर A must be equal to minus A dash. A is equal to minus A dash. This is the definition of skew symmetric matrix. They can ask you certain problems on addition, subtraction, multiplication we have not yet done, but symmetry, all such things whenever you are asked, you should be able to answer these questions, right? They are not at all difficult. Okay, so we will do one or two problems where this symmetric issue etc. is considered. Okay, and then we will go for multiplication of the matrices, which is the next topic. Singular we know. Then suppose now this is the question, this is good question. say they have asked if say what, sorry, not if, they are asking you to find x, y, z, find x, y and z if the matrix it is 0, then what, 0 minus 5i. I think you remember what is I. We have done complex numbers. So I is imaginary number and its value is root of minus 1. So 0, 5i, then x. 0, 5i x, then y 0 z, y 0 z, and 3 by 2 minus root 2 0. 3 by 2 minus root 2 and 0. Right? This matrix they have given is a skew symmetric matrix. Is skew symmetric matrix. What do you mean by matrix is skew symmetric? All the diagonal elements always of a skew symmetric matrix are 0. And we should know this definition. A is equal to minus a dash. So this is your A, right? This is suppose A. What you do is calculate A dash. Now what is A dash? You have to just interchange rows and columns. So it will be 0, 5i x is the first row. You make it first column. 0, 5i x. Second row y 0 z. You make it second column. And third row 3 by 2 minus root 2 and 0. Make it third column. Right? Now we know the definition. A is equal to minus a dash. So we should calculate what is minus a dash. What will be minus a dash? Every minus a dash म्हणजेच काय? आधी एखाद्या गोष्टीला आपण मायनस साइन देतो म्हणजेच -1 ने मल्टिप्लाय करतो. So whenever you write -5, it is nothing but -1 into 5. So I have to multiply this matrix by -1. What do you mean? Every element of that matrix you will multiply by -1. So it will be 0 ला काही -0 असं काही नसतं म्हणजे ते 0च. मग हे -y, मग हे -3/2. Then what? It is -5i 0 root 2. It will become plus, and then xz0 will become -x -z आणि 0. Now this is your a, this is your minus a dash. They must be equal. Right? Suppose I write this as 1, this as say 2, as A is skew symmetric, as A is skew symmetric. What we will write? This is the definition. No? So A is equal to minus A dash. म्हणजेच काय? हा जो मॅट्रिक्स आहे तो आणि हा सेम आहे. लक्षात घ्या. A is equal to minus A dash. आणि इक्वॅलिटी ऑफ मॅट्रिक्स म्हणजेच काय असतं? त्यांच्या ऑर्डर आधी सेम पाहिजे. इथे तर ऑर्डर सेम आहे. हे सर्व स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक मॅट्रिक्सच्या बाबत काम चाललेलं आहे. सिमेट्रिक असो, स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक असो, अपर ट्रायंग्युलर असो, लोअर ट्रायंग्युलर असो, राईट? व्हॉट हॅपन्स अबाउट these matrices? They are square matrices. There is no question of a rectangular matrix being symmetric or skew symmetric, etc. Because if the rectangular matrix is 3/2, its transpose will be 2/3, and then they cannot be equal, because two matrices, when they are equal, you know their orders must be equal. So now what? A is equal to minus A dash. So what is A? You write A as, means A is given to you at 0, 5i x. Right? What is second row? 5i 0 minus root 2. 5i 0 minus root 2. And what is third? X, z and 0. And this is equal to minus a dash. म्हणजेच काय होईल? 0 minus y minus 3/2 minus 5y Is it right? Have I made mistake somewhere? A dash, okay. I want A and A dash to be equal, right? A and minus A dash to be equal. If A is symmetric, what is asked here is find x, y and z. So, okay, A is equal to minus A dash. Okay, here the elements that I have I think written by error, this is minus 5i, sorry, this is minus 5i. Okay, and what is this? Second row is y0z, third row is 3 by 2 minus root 2 and 0, that is right now. So a dash will be, here it will be minus 5i, and so here it will be plus 5i. Now I think it is okay, this is plus 5i. Then second element is 0, third is minus root 2, because I am multiplying by I think I have written it correctly now, 0. Yeah, a dash is already, minus a dash is already written. Sorry, I am making some simple errors, some lack of concentration. It means root 2, and here it is minus x, then what? Minus z. It should not be, no, I am making some simple errors, silly errors actually. xz0 was the third column, here it is third row, then I am multiplying by minus a dash. Okay, so okay, this is what you will get. And what is happening here? By some errors I am making. This should not be actually. A and a minus a dash are equal. A I have written 0, here it is minus 5i. This is a, right? 0 minus 5i. Then I have written something wrong here. Okay, I will erase all these things and I will explain it. Right? I will erase all these things. This should not be. Errors like this are very silly things. We should not indulge in this. Okay, so what is a given? 0 minus 5ix, that is there. Then second row is y0z, third row is 3 by 2 minus root 2 and 0. This is your a dash. First row we have made first column y0z, second column 3 by 2 minus root 2 and 0, third column minus a dash. So 0 minus y minus 3 by 2 plus 5y 0 plus root 2 and then x, z and 0. So that becomes minus a dash. When you do, it becomes minus x, minus z and 0. Okay. Now I know that this matrix is skew symmetric. So what we will say now, as A is skew symmetric, as A is skew symmetric, you know A and minus a dash are equal. So this matrix A, that means what? This matrix now 0, A is this minus 5y x, second row y 0 and z, and third row is 3 by 2 minus root 2 and 0. This is equal to this matrix. So 0 minus y minus 3 by 2, then 5y 0 root 2, 5y 0 and root 2, and minus x minus z 0. Now these two matrices are equal in the sense their corresponding elements are equal. So minus 5y and minus y are equal. So that gives you, see, this element minus 5y and this element minus y, they are equal. कारण काय, त्यांचे ॲड्रेसेस सेम आहे. हे पहिल्या रो मधलं दुसरं एलिमेंट, हे पहिल्या रो मधलं दुसरं एलिमेंट. So you get minus yy minus y is equal to minus 5y. Right? So what is y? 5y. त्यामुळे इथे पण बघा y is 5y. त्यानंतर z is root 2. Because here second row third element z, here also second row third element root 2. So you know now that z is equal to root of 2. Directly we get. And what about y now? Y is done. Okay. What about x? X is minus 3 by 2. Corresponding elements. First row third column, first row third column. So x is equal to minus 3 upon 2. So this is the answer. म्हणजे काय माहिती आहे का, सिमेट्रिक म्हणजे a आणि a डॅश इक्वल, स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक म्हणजे a आणि मायनस a डॅश इक्वल. सो a डॅश फर्स्ट वी विल कॅल्क्युलेट. a डॅश कसा कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा, या मॅट्रिक्स मधले जे रोज आहेत ते त्या मॅट्रिक्स मध्ये कॉलम म्हणून लिहायचे. म्हणजे आता इथे कसं झालं, हा 3x3 मॅट्रिक्स आहे, त्यामुळे त्याचा ट्रान्सपोज पण 3x3 होणार आहे. आय थिंक यू गॉट इट. आता पुढे काय करणार आपण, ते इक्वेट करणार आपण. ए आणि ए डॅश इक्वेट करणार. व्हॉट इज इक्वॅलिटी ऑफ टू मॅट्रायसिस? वेन टू मॅट्रायसिस विल बी कॉल्ड इक्वल, ज्यावेळी त्यांच्या ऑर्डर सेम असतील. हा पहिला मुद्दा, ऑर्डर सेम असणं हे सर्वात महत्त्वाचं आहे. आणि त्याच्या पुढे जाऊन आपण काय म्हणणार, यू शुड हॅव करस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट्स इक्वल. हा वर्ड करस्पॉन्डिंग सर्वात महत्त्वाचा आहे. इट टेल्स यू व्हॉट इज मेंट बाय करस्पॉन्डिंग. त्याच ॲड्रेसवर असलेली दोन्ही मॅट्रिक्समधली एलिमेंट्स तुम्ही कम्पेअर करा. ॲड्रेस ऑफ द एलिमेंट इन द मॅट्रिक्स म्हणजेच काय, त्याचा रो नंबर काय आणि त्याचा कॉलम नंबर काय, हा त्याचा ॲड्रेस. लक्षात घ्या. म्हणून हे जे -5 आहे इथे तुम्हाला दिसत आहेत, सी दिस -5 आहे, ह्याचा ॲड्रेस काय, पहिल्या रोमधलं दुसरं एलिमेंट, म्हणून ते 1 2. आणि इथे त्याचा ॲड्रेस काय बघा, 1 2 चा -y. म्हणून आपण हे दोन इक्वेट केले. -y इज इक्वल टू -5y. सो आय गॉट y इज इक्वल टू 5y. राईट. आय होप यू अंडरस्टूड दिस. हे सर्वात महत्त्वाच्या गोष्टी आहेत. मॅट्रिक्स हा चॅप्टर जो आहे ना, तो तुम्हाला सोपा आहे, परंतु याचे खूप पुढे ॲप्लिकेशन्स आहेत. लिनियर अल्जिब्रा म्हणून बेसिक सायन्सेसमध्ये एक ब्रांच आहे. इट इज ॲक्च्युअली मॅट्रिक्स अल्जिब्रा. वी विल नॉट गो टू दॅट लिनियर अल्जिब्रा अँड ऑल दॅट, बट आय एम टेलिंग धिस टू यू बिकॉज असं आपल्याला वाटेल की हे सर्व अगदी सोपं आहे, ह्याचा काय पुढे उपयोग. बेसिकली दिस इज व्हेरी important thing. It has lots of applications in linear algebra, in graph theory, okay, in linear programming also. So things are important, remember. Also there are many applications like Cramer's rule we used. कशासाठी वापरला आपण Cramer's rule? 3x3 equations किंवा 3 linear equations in 3 unknowns. But you can use concept of matrices also to solve such equations. This is beauty of the things. See how many applications are there, right? You can do lots of things. Singular आणि non-singular matrix असा आपण एक concept शिकलो. What was singular matrix? ज्याचा determinant 0 आहे. Non-singular ज्याचा determinant non-zero आहे. पुढे जाऊन तुम्ही inverse of the matrix हा concept शिकाल. मग त्यावेळी तो matrix non-singular असणं गरजेचं आहे. त्यामुळे ह्या ज्या आयडियाज आपण शिकतो त्याचा पुढे कसा वापर करतो हे नीट समजून घ्या. एन्जॉय लर्निंग, राईट. सो दिस इज ऑल आय वॉन्टेड टू डू इन दिस पर्टिक्युलर लेक्चर. वी विल स्टॉप हिअर. वी विल कंटिन्यू इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. ओके. हॅव अ नाईस डे. थँक यू.